Yeah, what's going on? So, being that safety is such an important topic, I'm doing another video on it, and this is going to include a walk around. So, I want to make sure you guys are safe and careful and thinking about every step that can cost you a hazard. Okay, so so pretty much to give you a guideline on how you should think of your day, because when you're moving, you don't have time really to readjust. So, first and foremost, the seatbelt is very important. You gotta have your seatbelt on. It protects you from flying out the vehicle in an accident. I mean, that's pretty much common sense. You gotta have a holder for your cell phone. You don't really want to have your cell phone in your hand. You gotta reach for it, grab it. Right. You want to have a brace for your cell phone that you can put in and you can just touch. Because one of the worst tickets you can get out here, inexpensive, is holding a cell phone. Excuse me. Another thing you don't want is debris on the floor. Things that can roll up under your brakes or roll onto your gas or hit you in the foot. You really don't want debris on the floor. I know a lot of people have bottles and weights and stuff like that on the floor. You want to make sure these things are strapped up, because when you hit that brake, things can just start flying. Even things that you have in the, above you, that's really heavy. That can come down and hit you on the head, the shoulder, on your hand, wherever. You want to make sure you kind of, maintain a clear area when you're driving. If you have any foods or paperwork that you have to reach for, you want to have that in, close to you. You don't really want to be reaching to the point where now you're stretched over, leaning for something while you're driving. It's very hazardous, very dangerous. You want to maintain a 3-point contact when you're exiting or entering the cab. You can really hurt yourself out here. These slip and falls are serious. Grab your keys. Sometimes these doors lock on you, and now you got a whole nother bill on your hand. You got to call the lock people to come break in your truck, pretty much. You want to check your tires, make sure they're all good. Make sure your mirrors are adjusted, facing the right position. You want to check under your hood, under your truck, make sure there's nothing leaking. Make sure the truck ain't tilted to one direction or the other, because that can indicate bad tires, suspension, or the load. With these airlines, you want to make sure that you have them pushed all the way in, pulled out. I'm sorry, you pulled out before you disconnect, because these things can fly out and hit you, and that could be a real bad experience for you. So, you also want to make sure you're actually connected. There's no leaks going on there. We already spoke about the fifth wheel connecting to the trailer. Want to make sure you slide your tandem, make sure they work, because you don't want to get to a place and they don't move, or they just slide while you're down the road. So we want to make sure that pin is locked as well. When you back here at these doors, you want to make sure that the top, that they locked in and from the bottom. And when you open these doors, you want to make sure that there's no trucks coming flying down the road, because you could be blocked. Your view could be blocked when you're opening the door and you're pushing it. Now you can't see any vehicles that's coming, and that could be a hazard that could cost you your life. So you want to make sure that you check to see that there's no oncoming vehicles before you come and open these doors and secure them to the side of the trailer. You definitely want to make sure your lights is intact. and working, you want to be able to signal when you're about to brake, when you're slowing down. You know, there's a few things that you want to keep in mind while you're out here, because these things could actually save you time, money, and lives. There's a lot more to talk about, but this is where we end this video on safety. All right, peace.